Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. Simulator Sundays. Wasn't sure if we were going to, I was pretty sure we were going to make it. I had to move all the furniture out of my house the last couple of days because we got new carpet coming on Tuesday after 20-some years, 25 years of the same old carpet. It's time wife wants new carpet. We got new carpet coming. I got to get everything off the floors where we're living here, so we've been doing all that. However, enough about me. How are you guys doing? You got Fanny was first one in, and K-Mike coming in right after him as Pat. Just snuck in the back door here for some Simulator Sunday. We are in LAC right now. Oh, I don't have anything started. I was like, why is it so quiet? Like, what in the heck is going on here? Well, it's pretty easy when you don't have anything running because, you're getting everything set up. Come on, mouse, get over here. So, yeah, we're at LAC, and on the Mateo Community server where I am now, we have an event that happens every year around December. Not around, it is in December. Today being we're on the 3rd of December. We actually ask so we turn off the supply trains, and then we clean everything up. So we get everything up. Now you're not late. We just got going. Fanny learned how to descend the cajon, by the way. Good. I do have a video on that, but there is a lot of things missing out of it. I kind of want to redo another one, but it's a matter of time. But as I was saying, we are trying to clean up all of the server, and what that means is we're cleaning out the yards. All the cars that are on the server need to go off map. So they need to be processed by the customer and then moved off. So at LAC, you see it's pretty empty here for the moment. I've got the 2 intermodal shuttles I have not made jobs for yet for players to drive those. This is the track that, by the way, this is the track that processes the intermodal shuttle. Somebody dropped this one off here, which I know it's an intermodal, but it always, Chris wants to have auto racks on it. So it's not really an intermodal. It's a manifest when you add other types on there. But anyways, that's sitting here as well. But it won't process until it moves over one track. So I got to get this other one out of here, or build a job for it so somebody can drive it or just delete it. And then I won't delete it, though. And the other one, same thing, has to move over and process. However, we are going to take our little trip down over yonder. And some of you foam at the mouse when you hear kind of like a mouse, when you hear the word Amtrak. So we're going to go past the Amtrak station and not look at it, because it'll, make us bleed from the eyeballs. And we're going to pick up some of these empty well cars. And we're going to bring them over to LAC, which is the Hobart yard, so that they can process. And, we're going to do our part to clean up the server. I put them all there so that there's a job on the job board that says, hey, go grab those, bring them over here, process them, build intermodals to get them out of here. Well, we just did take a peek at the Amtrak station, but I had to get out of there before Amtrak makes me sick to my stomach, because I don't like passenger trains. So I'm going to take 4 of these engines, because I'm going to bring a big old long cut of them back. And I have not specifically done this job before. I mean, there are many jobs, but this is one that I have not had the pleasure of actually filling up this yard with the well cars to do. Not in the, what do you call it? Not in the scale that I'm going to be doing right here. So I'm going to set up some switches here first for the inbound. We'll need this one to go out, but that's okay. We'll get it taken care of. So there are several things that we should accomplish in this episode here, this live stream on YouTube. One of them being we're going to try to get over there while using auto. So we're going to attempt to use auto without having to necessarily use a restricting. We may need to, but we'll see when we get there. And also, some of you guys have had questions in the past of what is it that you need to do in order to, build intermodals. We've done them in the past on the stream. I put some pretty detailed instructions on how to build intermodals, but it's kind of it's not one that it's so dynamic that you can't literally write down exact instructions on how to do anything, because it really depends. It depends on a lot of things, and so it's hard to say. I'm just taking a peek around. So there's some switchers over here. These are the LAC switchers that you can use to move things around. However, we're taking road power because, one, we're going on the road, but two, we're going to be bringing a lot. We're going to fill this yard up. We're going to process as much as we can. So we only need 4 big old giant power units to do this, I think. If not, we'll come back here and grab some more. So let's close angle cocks, connect airlines, disconnect our MU, open the coupler, and let's give it a whistle. Make sure our light beams are on. And also, this unit back here is going to be the trailing unit. It's technically the head-end unit. Why my things are... Oh, probably the brakes. Probably handbrakes are on. Yep. Like, why isn't it moving yet? Seems unfair. Alright, let's give it a notch and let's get her out of here. No, we're doing 4, Mr. White. How you doing, sir? Good to see ya. We're going to bring 2 or 3 cuts over, and each cut is like, I don't know, because 12,000 feet is what we're limited to. So I'm going to switch orientation here real quick. Set this as the lead unit because I want auto to realize we're this guy. Once we get there, we'll switch it back. So now, okay, our horn works. Independent brakes off. And then let's jump on the front here so we can make sure that we got all of our switches outbound. Is the intermodal going to have flat cars? Are you talking about the well cars? It's going to look all these dots up. So they put the trailers onto the well car. So it's not going to have the ones that have the truck trailers with the wheels sitting on top of it. Those are called piggybacks, or pigs for short. The well cars are the frame, and then they stack basically the seagoing, the ones that come off the container ships as they go overseas. Those are going to fit in the well cars. You'll see when we get there. Yeah, piggybacks. Piggybacks is what it's called when they take the trailer that has the wheels on it, like this one, and they put it on the flatbeds and they tie down 2 of those or whatever. That's called a piggyback, whereas the well, actually the container, the 53-foot or the 40-foot containers fit into the well car, the well of it. Intermodal is both. Be all piggybacks or a mix of piggybacks and well cars, or just all well cars. Never heard of the piggyback. Call it piggyback because you're taking the train, the truck trailer. Trying to think of a tractor trailer is what it's called. and it's piggybacking on top of the flatbed car of the train. So it's piggybacking there. We'll come up here to our signal. Excellent. I love when somebody learns something new. I learn something new all the time. That's my daily goal, to learn something new every day. Today I learned that don't rub your hand on a wood shelf that is very sharp on the edges, because it will hurt. Don't do that. That's what I learned so far. Sure, we're going to learn some more. TOFC. You'll be so kind as to write out that full meaning, spell check and everything. Yeah, on the job training is learning the hard way, right? Let me get over here to, uh-oh. Let's see. I saw in Barstow, see somebody left this blue, and if it's left blue, auto can't change it. So if you are doing switches on the Mateo Community Server or any other one, make sure you unturn them from blue so auto can continue routing trains in. He had this one blue, that means the auto would not be able to route any of these, because it's routed, and it means he can't like unselect it. He's too lazy to do that. We got a player here. Who's that? Who dat? It's not even picking up for me. Where did it go? Started to. Trailer over flat car. There you go. Yeah, I learned something new. Marv's driving that guy. Uh-oh. Starting to roll backwards. We put on my independent. So we're up here in Hobart. We're going to come down and we're going to go this way. But we need to get to BNSF Main 3. If I do a shift or control tab to unzoom my menu out, we're going to go BNSF 3 because we need to get over. I'm sorry. What is that? BNSF 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 3 or 4 because we got to go on the overpass. And well, I zoomed out. I'm at 4K, so I really can't read it. Let me go back here so I can read it. So this will be, that's not us there. That's not us. That's UP. So LAUPT, it's over there. Amtrak yards here. So we basically want to go, this is the main. We don't want the main. We want to go right there. Let's see what auto does for us. Hello, sir. We'd like to go over there. He said, Roger. And we got a... All right, so we got a clear. Let's see how auto is routing us. He is routing us. I got a tab over. So we're coming down through here. And where does he have me going? Because it doesn't look like he's having me go to the Alameda corridor. That's not what we want. Okay. Not what we want. Now he's telling me switches are lined up for somebody else. So that's why he routed me the wrong way. So let's go backwards. Yes, I wanted my routing canceled because you're drinking and you're not allowing me to go where I want to go. So I'm going to go back behind the signal so that he can route me properly. Okay, so I'm going to pull forward. So now he has somebody routed. You see up there, you see the flashy signal? So who does he have routed? Let me hit tab over. This guy, who is Marv, is 1,000,000 miles away. He's, oh, well, he's not that far away. So he's going to LAC though. I don't think he realizes that he's going to pass his signal. So we need to stop him. So I'm going to take over dispatch to get him where he needs to go because he's going to miss his stop as well. So let me, I got to post in the Discord what I'm doing. And let's see, dispatcher chat. Gotta route Marv to LAC. So now when I do this, I want to catch him between signals because otherwise, you know, he's going to, oops. He's going to be all messed up. Get back to where I was, that one, this one. So hit F1, I'm going to turn auto off. Nobody else on here? He's at that signal now. And now I need to drop this signal. This signal, let's see, 72, 71. Oops, not that one. This one. So he has a yellow there. And we're going to route him right up into LA, into Hobart here. So now he has this signal coming in. I'm going to give him a green up through there, which means now that we can come out now. I made that signal angry there. And then we're going to go, I think we need main 3. So let's go to the next main 3. Main 3's coming here. We want to go to the Amtrak yard. We're going to go down like that. So I can't use auto because Marv is going the wrong way already. I mean, he's not going the wrong way. Auto did not route him, and he literally didn't check this before he got in the area. He should have actually stopped at one of these signals. And that's okay, but he would have just drove right past and said, hey, bye-bye, LAC, as he drove right by it. So he wouldn't have been able to see it. So I'm going to give myself that one. That one. And then we'll go to the next one over here. That gives me to this one. And we'll actually stop at this before pulling in the yard just to make sure that everything is good. But I have auto right now, so. So here we go. All right, lights bright, going on the main. Okay, let's go, let's take a look at ourselves here. You can see, at least I can see on the track, that's basically this one here, I can see way down there some headlights. They're very small though. Let's make sure that he is, and I should have hit tab, but I didn't. So he's coming in here. He's going to go right up that way. Reaching over my rail driver here. As far as our names, it doesn't matter. We don't need auto to control us. Now, he may be responding to me as well, but because I changed back over to channel 0, I'm not going to see his text. In channel 0, you can see everybody's text, and if you type, everybody can see yours. But if you are in a channel because you use the dispatch, automated dispatch, because all you need to do, even from channel 0, you can just DTMF tone. And I did recreate this map here that had the DTMF tones on it, but the last update wiped it out again, so I had to put it back. Marv is actually pulling into Hobart, but I don't know where he's pulling in now, so once we pull all these cars back, we'll have to go over there and line up our switches again, because he may be in there. So we're on main 2 now. Oh, look, I got to log into, awesome. Got to log in the depot because for some reason I was not already, you know, because like every time I go to the website, it tells me log in on Firefox anyways. I only use Firefox for the streams because Chrome crashes the OBS, or did, so keep it safe, I just use Firefox. And so we are going over here to the Bear Table storage yard. Looks really weird though, the way that this is, but we're coming down through here into the storage yards. You got the Amtrak yard and then the Bear Table storage here. So we're going to go up and over. All right, he's pulling in and we are, I don't even see us on here. Have we already left? We might have already left. Hello, Mr. Scott. How are you doing? All right, we've got Amtrak over there. And we're right here coming down. Give ourselves that restricting. We got a restricting coming up ahead of us. There's the red light. That's fine because we're going to be pulling in off of the main anyways onto that little yard. So we have a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit right here, and we're at 20. The dot doesn't matter, only what's before the dot. Too much gas off the... My foot came off of it too much. Now his train was labeled SBD LAC, and I believe is an intermodal from San Bernardino. I saw when that one was, I saw that job. So when he took it, the first thing he should have looked at is what he needed to do to get in there. So this is not anything against him. It's just anybody that does these, auto doesn't always route you correctly. And it doesn't, in many cases, route you into the yards. LAC is one of those that sometimes you can get routed in there, but usually not. So if you're taking a job before you get close to the yard, you need to start looking to make sure that your routing is going. And the holidays are going pretty good. So if so I'm on the San Bernardino subdivision right now. The Cajon is so you can drive from Barstow down it, and then there's the other major yard on the server, classification yard, is West Colton off the Cajon sub. As you continue west towards Los Angeles, you go into the San Bernardino sub. So that's where I play mostly. That's where I'm the yard master for the BNSF yards in that sub. And if you like doing not just road training, but if you like doing industry work, switching, shunting it's called as well, you like delivering cars to customers and figuring things out, then this is the sub that you want, whether it's UP or BNSF. All right, so I'm looking at here. I have a restricting. Oh, there it is. I didn't see it flashing right there. You barely see it. So we need to maintain 15. Yeah, this is the. So it's a version. Well, I think they updated it for. Well, they didn't update it, but they made it so you can launch it in version 3. You used to have to install it and then run the version 3 installer again in order to incorporate it. I don't know if that's still the case or not, because I had mine when you did do that. Either way, any DLCs that you purchase after you run them, you need to also run the updater again. You said you haven't played Run8 in a while. I've only been able to get on here about once a week lately, so you probably mean in a few months. The only thing that's really changed is there's an updater now, and you download the updater, and then you quote install the updater, and it puts it in your Run8 directory, and then you have to run it, and that will actually update your Run8. So the thing you download, like in the old, like how it used to be, you would download the updater. That's no longer what you do. You download the updater and then you run the updater. So you'll probably need that. It's as of update 10. They introduced this updater so you didn't have to keep downloading the individual updater for each patch. Now they can, because it kept getting bigger and bigger. Now you just download the updater. And every time there's an update comes out, it'll tell you when you first launch the game as well. And you just go in there and run it. However, before anybody updates their game, I strongly recommend you make a full copy of your Run8 directory. Just right click on it and say make copy. That'll copy everything, and then you can update your game. And then if it turns out that you come to join the Mateo Community server or the Depot server or whatever server you play on, and they haven't updated yet, all you have to do is then rename your directory, Run8 version 3, the Run8 version 3 updated or whatever you want to say. And the other one, you change the name to what the name should be. And then when they update theirs, all you got to do is rename it again and you're done. Rename it back. So nice and efficient. D4s and T4s. I'm going to jump out here. I just want to make sure that I got my switches lined up here. So we're coming in this way. Gonna mess up Amtrak here. And, you know, we'll grab this stack first and see how long it is before we grab anything else. Z-trains have brakes too. Use them, you remember? Pretty brutal. So this track's all cleaned out, and we'll grab these ones here. Once we get connected, we'll see how many feet we've got. We are limited to 12,000 feet. Overall, that includes, that's from nose to tail. All right, let me look at my, from last week, I set it to do just the air hoses. Okay, so let's go to the back. And then we are going to be pumping this thing up. Let's close that guy. Look at our... Yeah, we're 7,500 feet. That's perfect. We can actually get more, but I'm okay with 7,500 feet. So let's put a EOT on here. Open that. Now it's flashing. And what I want to do is crank some air in. That's open. Cranking air. CFM. Let's take out this name. We don't need that. So we're a LAC. I don't need any numbers or anything. That's just for anybody looking at it. Auto doesn't even know what the hell that means other than coming from LAC and going to LAC. So that's just for anybody else that's wondering what we're doing over here. Yeah, Run8's based in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's kind of, there's nothing set in stone that says it's 99, 98, 2001, anything like that. It's just late 90s, early 2000s. So CFM's at 150. Wait for everything to air up. Let me put on my independent. Come out of gear here. Go up to notch 3 to help out the compressor a little bit. It says we got 3 on the rear, so we're gonna speed this up because we're not just playing, we're streaming. Let me go to here. Let's hit F7 again. Look at that. We got 73 on the rear. If I hit it again, it should go up even more. Now we got it. All right, so let me go and open that angle cock all the way. No stickies today. We'll look in a second. Fully open. Let's take a look at our brakes. Brakes look good. I've got the independents on, so they're purple in front. Mr. White said we got no brake stuck airlines. I'm going to look back here, take off that. I double click here to remove that. We're lined back up here. Hit tab. What happened? Somebody turned auto back on, even though I wasn't done with it. And nobody wrote in the dispatch screen what they did. What is going on? Look at all these restricting. Okay, I can't move my, there we go. All right, well, let's go look over there. See what's going on. We're all fouled up over here. Okay, that one's, is that one going? Okay, that's good. We got a switch over here that's kind of split. Okay, so that's good now. How do we do deep clean? Well, that's what we're doing now. That's why we're getting all those empty cars and bringing them over here for the deep clean event. Now he wants to come out here and he might be a little too long. So here's what we're going to do. What is... I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't know where he's going. So we process cars like we always do. We just turn off the supply trains. So here's the problem though. Now he's kind of split track. So if he goes backwards, I can't do anything until he moves out of the way, but he's also so that switch is bad. He's going to derail there. I don't know. He doesn't know what he's doing here. He keeps setting restricting. He's right here. He's setting restricting on this one. And that's not what he needs anyways. Back on there so he can go back. This one is set for him. His train is his everything is set for LAC. Oh yeah, I don't. This is where he's going here. Nope, actually I don't. Not anymore. think you can see those flares. He's like, why is he putting flares out? So yeah, he's on a channel for auto right now, and he's unable to communicate with me. Trying to get him to back up. Because his cars go here. I'm going to put in the General Run8 chat. Let me see if I can find that intermodal though that he's running real quick. So just kind of waiting for him to figure it out here. Because I got to go in right here. Get in ours and let's start headed that way. But Otto's not going to. He's coming out here. I need to go in there. So I can hit F3. So he hit tab. We got to come out of here. I'll give myself that restricting because we know there's a train ahead of us. Quincy's in here trying to tell Marv to back up. Handbrakes are off. Here we go. Okay, so we have a restricting now. We're going to go up and over the bridge and let's see if we got a train in front of us when we get there. Ahead. Be a head-to-head battle between Marv and I. We both have 4 engines. But he has full intermodals and I have empty ones, so he's probably going to win. What'd that say? They're going to be doing a Barstow operations event in about an hour, it says. When you watching, want to join in on that? I'm going a little fast, but I'm going to be hitting this hill here in a second, so. The alerter tends to build up sound. It says I'm speeding because I'm supposed to be 15, but I'm going a little bit faster. But don't tell anyone. We're going to be coming in right through here, back the way we came. We'll give ourselves a restricting here again due to the train being in our way. Another restricting there. Now we're slowing down, going uphill. I gave it some gas right as we hit that. Awesomeness. Thank you, Mr. White. He backed up over a switch. He's not going to like it when he watches this as replay. Chicken race. Yeah, I routed him into the yard, and then once he went in there, I think he's like, well, I need to keep going. Like, no, bro, you're at LAC. You're good. Park it and throw away the keys. Most of my train's hanging down on the, not yet on the bridge. We're going to see him here in a minute. So we're going over the, normally we go that way right to Malabar, off that little switch there. And if you continue straight, it goes to the Alameda corridor. Going right over the top of it right now. See it from here. Let's keep our eyes forward because we have a restricting, which means can't go faster than 15 technically, but we also have to be able to bring our train to a full stop within half the distance that we can see. So right now we can only see that far, but we gotta be able to bring this thing to a quick stop. See the curve right there? That's as far as I can see for now. So I have to be able to stop within that distance, you know, the 40 feet or whatever it is. I should be able to, because I don't have any, there's no load on the cars. Why am I on the left side? Come out from when I did this? Or on the left track? I need to go, keep going to the left over across those mains. You see my flares from here. Okay, let's start using some dynos here. See, we're not even out of the yard all the way here yet. Okay, so that's set, that's set. That switch is set, that one's set as well. Put our butts down right here. Delete this. There we go, that switch is set. We're gonna go right past them. I had way too much dynos on and now we're coming in and I think this is the one we want here. Oh no, we were going to go all the way to the end. We're too long for it though, so we'll have to pull forward and back up. So we want this track here, that's LAC. So that's set, that's set, that's set. Everything else is good. All right, let's see. Now we have to look back since we have dispatch. We got to make sure nobody else is stopped here. I don't see any other trains at all except this here, and that's UP. These guys can wait a minute. They're not players. And me right there. Okay. Get back to this view because we're coming up right through here on the restrictings. See, we have a restricting here and then one down there, so we are clear to proceed at restricting speed. Mr. White is helping Marv get this thing backed up over here. So I don't understand what you mean by being on the left. You mean the left track? If you're asking why I'm on the left track instead of the right one, I have to get all the way over here to the left to pull in the yard anyways. But as of what side we run on, like normally the engineer, in many cases, the engineer is going to pass the opposing engineer going the opposite way. So, but it's whatever the dispatcher puts you on. The tracks, you can go either way on them. Okay, so I was typing Discord. Let me get my view back. There we go. I'm out on the bridge. Why am I on the left side of the bridge? Are you talking about when I did my view and I did that? Because that's just what happened. I don't know. I didn't know there was a particular side that I had to be on for the camera. I think I was looking back at Malabar or something. If that's your question, I don't really quite still understand what the question was. All right, so we are doing pretty well here. We're going to pass our neighbor here, Mr. White. He's backing that up. There's Marv. All right, let me pay attention to what I'm doing here. I'm reading the text, but we're going to pull this in, and as soon as we get onto our track, we'll start a... No, Metrolink doesn't make me sick to my stomach. I don't prefer passenger service at all. I like switching. I always make that joke about Amtrak, but I like switching, so that's what I end up doing. But I don't like passenger service because I can't stop the train on the platforms. I stop too soon or stop too late. Not good at braking. So as soon as I get right here, I don't remember what the track length is. I have to look at the map for that, which I'm doing right now, and we're on ramp 3, so 6910 is the length of the ramp. We got 75, so if we peel off the engine, the 4 locomotives off the front, we're going to be close. Might have to take off 1 or 2 cars. Let's see. Mr. White says it's not moving. That train, it's split, and I'll just grab it. No, the fact that you don't have Run 8 version 2 is not a problem. If it asks what your Run 8 version 2 directory is, just put your Run 8 version 3 directory and then install it. And then make sure you run the updater afterwards. Again, I don't think you need to run the Run 8 installer again. You used to have to do that, but I think with the later updates, you don't have to do that now. But you definitely need to run the updater that you downloaded and then install it, and then you need to run it after you install the updater. All right, so I'm going to flick on auto back on here because we're in the yard for the most part, and so auto shouldn't do much to us. Run 8's not demanding at all. You can run it on GPU. I'm running on my system is built for recording and playing, video games and recording and rendering all at the same time. But you can play it on a laptop. Laptops don't really have massive GPUs, even if they say you got like a 3080. It kind is, but not the same. We got 4,500 feet to go. So what you do, if that's the case, then you run 8 v3.exe, right? Highlight it, hold your right mouse button, drag it to the side, and say make a copy of it, and then change it to run 8 v2.exe in the same directory. Basically making a copy of the same executable and just calling it run 8 v2, and then it will see it. I got my sander on. I don't remember putting sand on. Get the floors dirty. Got 3,600 feet to go. The felony to get on. So if you jump on a stopped train, a misdemeanor. You get on a train that is moving, even if it's a little bit, if it's moving, it's a felony. Keep that in mind. You should not jump on any moving trains or any trains at all. There's a difference in penalty if it's moving or if it's stopped. I got this stupid heart in a way I can't read the text. I'll just touch the car and go away. Well, I mean, to be on railroad property is, you get in trouble for that too. By the way, if you have a rail driver like I do, and I have two screens, so when I move my mouse over to the left screen where you guys can't see, to look at Discord or the stream software that I'm running, and the menu comes down like that. Any movements I make on the rail driver, when this menu's up, the rail driver does not respond. Depends on how the railroad chooses to pursue it. That is true. Mr. White would know. Hey, Marv is in game chat too on the Mateo server there, Mr. White. I can grab that train when I'm parked this though, and then I can move them. Move that train. Got 1,600 feet to go. Seems like it would not fit on here, but Go to the rear and let's see where we're at. Okay, you guys are trying to fix it. Well, I meant you can talk to him in voice. Let him know that why I threw the flares and stuff out to stop him, because he was where it should go. But it looks like he was trying to. Well, see, I had him coming in a different. He turned auto back on. That's what happened. I had him coming in the front door, and he went with auto and came in the side door. Yeah, I can get that. I just isolate it and back it up. All right, 600 feet. So, how do you request membership to the Mateo Community Server? It's a great question. You have to join the Discord first off, and there's a link down below. I have my own my community Discord in there. It's called Legion at War. That's a whole bunch of old guys that play games. Probably not what you're looking for. A lot of people join that one, but end up leaving. It's just fine. It's really just, I use it. It's in there because of my YouTube here and stuff, but. And the Mateo Community Server's in there. So you join that, and then there's a section for Run8. This is actually run by another person. It's called Run8 Train Sim MP Server, and that's where you want to put in your request. There's a called membership request, and there's a like a template that you copy and you answer the questions by pasting. And then you'll need to do a check ride. There's some videos I have. It also shows in the the new server members. It will say the video on kind of what to expect for a check ride and some of the things we're looking for, but not everything. Because whoever's doing it could do it completely different. And once you have, I need to pull forward just a little bit. That's actually almost good. Once it comes to a stop, I'll put some handbrakes so it doesn't roll back. But right there, it's actually good. There we go. Handbrakes on. Now this is going to process. So once you put in there your information and when you're available in the future, not right now because we're not available to do it right now, obviously. Then we'll see when you're ready based on your schedule if we can be, and then do the check ride. It takes about an hour. It's real simple. We just want basic handling is all we're looking for. How you doing, Mr. Brown? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and blow the air on it. I don't need the air on that anymore. So the couplers are going to be open, and I still have the, what you call it. All right, no problem. Good. I get to work because we got stuff to do here. Actually, San Bernardino is, people have been working it a lot. So it's, there's a lot of, for the cleanup server event, we're already cleaned. Like LAJC over here and LAJB and A and West. These are empty. I mean, Taco Bell's already delivered their stuff. They don't got nothing over here. I don't know where the other switchers are, but they're not over here. So the yard's clear. I don't see any cars here anywhere. We fly over here down the river. I'm hauling butt in the yard over there. We get it slowed down. So over here, I've got a little bit of outbound stuff that needs to get out of here. So that needs to go. UP, the river yard here is pretty clean, so there's nothing here. I got some stuff over here, the 51. But we're working this guy here. Trying to see if he He's stuck. He's done it. Whoops. Here's what it looks like from underneath. Kind of, he's got the splits. So here I am over here. I'm gonna need to go back and get more. All right, let me relinquish this. We will grab this train for him real quick and get it where it needs to go. Yeah, just play it. There we go. Okay, so I finally got it. Okay, so we're gonna put it right here. Sure, it's all on the same track. Okay, and then we'll just we'll put these over here somewhere. Well, they don't get in our way, but that way we can still process them. We'll put them, may not let me do them here. It does. So there they go. So now they're in one piece. Or not, you know, it's not all together, but we can use the switchers to do those. So okay. So we're going to go get our all right, so we'll grab ours again. And we're going to go on the main. So let's see. Let's take this one here, set as lead unit. And we'll check our switches here. Look, make sure we got no trains coming. We're good there. Going on the main, so we'll put our reverse engine on, lights on, coming back here. Set up all of our switches. Back. Once we get on the main, we'll throw that again. I play Deep Red Valley. I've been doing a lot more. So Railroads Online, I'm redoing my Railroads Online map. I started a new one. A new, what do you call it? The river map. And the first one I did, I put my industries down because they offered one that didn't have any industries. And then the second one, let's see, hold on. So the industries that I placed, I placed them wherever I wanted, but then I kind of reloaded it the other day and I said, well, let's do it based on where the developers put the industries. And so I'm kind of recreating that. I posted it the other day for, let's see, where's this going? Gotta look at this too. I posted the thing yesterday in my Discord for those that might be interested in having it. I hear UP over there. Okay, so we're going this way, so we have a signal up here that we have to stop at, and then we'll need to come over. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Get rid of all these MOWs here. Then let's get to our train. Fun times, yep. So yeah, Amtrak, it's a kind of an inside joke for those who've been around for a while. As far as Amtrak services, how they work in the Mateo server, that's a good question. Because as soon as somebody writes or says Amtrak, I move on to the next thing, so I don't really pay attention. I personally don't have it. I like riding. I've ridden on an Amtrak train one time in my life, and I loved it. But operating a train simulator with Amtrak, I don't find any joy out of that. So I literally pay zero attention to Amtrak or Metrolink, any passenger service. I do freight in simulators. So I literally know nothing nor care personally about how Amtrak works. So, but we do have Amtrak Yardmasters in the Discord. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Go in the General Run 8 and ask questions you have about Amtrak, and somebody will definitely respond to that. Well, I'm 7732. That's not for me. I did turn it back on, so let me... Gotta be typing. You gotta multitask a lot. So I'm typing in the dispatch and this dispatch chat in our Discord that, hey, I turned auto back on a while ago, and so everything is back to normal. And then you're reading all the text up here. I'm reading your guys' text on a different thing. Ah, shit. I push relinquish. I saw Mr. White over there, so I hit relinquish. And I was trying to turn it on so you can get in. So if you want to jump in, it's now open to you. Likes to come in and have his lunch. Okay, so auto's on. So let's see if we cannot do our thing again where we're going to ask Otto if he'll route us back to the Amtrak yard. But we came in through here before, so let's just ask him what he says. And then if he doesn't, we'll just cancel it and tell him, yo, not what we want, bro. He's saying, okay. Let's go back and look. See, he's routing me right back through here. Just not what we want. He's not routing me down where I need to go. I'm going to keep checking. And I hit F3 too many times again, like I usually do. Did hit tab. So I want to go here, but he doesn't realize how to get me there. So I will tell Otto, no, thank you. Yeah, flares do. I could just ask again for, you know, I don't have to cancel and resubmit, but I'm up here somewhere. Not really showing me. I need to come through here and then down through 3. If I do, see, I can't do that because that's a switch. So it won't let me do the switch. So I have no choice but to try to do it again or set myself restricting to get here. Can't do that because that's a switch. If I do this, maybe he'll be able to route me there. Let's try that. So the first video I ever recorded was Battlefield 2. It was in 2007. I used Windows Movie Maker to make my videos back then. And I have 3 monitors, or I have 2 monitors. I have a TV and then 2 monitors, but TV I don't have connected to my computer. I watch TV on it. In this case, I have my actual stream. That way, if there's a problem like it hiccups or it drops, instead of looking at my streaming software, it says I'm streaming, I see the actual same stream that you guys do, but I don't have the text up because I can't read it anyways. And back then when I recorded videos, so on Battlefield 2, they had a thing called Battle Recorder. So every match, you can download that entire, you know, what happened in the server from the server and replay it. And then put the cameras wherever you wanted to. So you don't need to try to make me feel old. I'm 52, so I already am old. So looking here, I don't think, no, he's trying to route me there. Yeah, you can, I mean, you can actually back up in the, I think you can back up on this video now if you want to, but yeah, it was a mess. I routed you into the yard because Otto was routing you past, and I was waiting for you to, you know, to come into the yard so I can leave. But at the same time, I saw you were missing, so I turned Otto off and routed you into the yard because if you see right here, this is your train, and they all say LAC. So that's where they were supposed to go. And then you came in, and they were pulling through. So you turned Otto back on, set a whole bunch of restrictings that weren't even relevant to the direction you were going. And then when you turned Otto back on, he routed you again differently than where I had you coming in through the front door, so you would have been perfect right where you're at now. But he brought you in through the side door or whatever, and then that means half your train was still out on the main. If you would have left it the way that I set you coming in, you would have been perfect. Otto doesn't route into the yards, only Barstow and West Colton. Yeah, I know, but So another thing, when you set restrictings, you got to let somebody know in Discord so we can clear them, because otherwise that's how traffic jams happen too. Auto can't do anything if there's a restricting. So what I do is I get out and I go to like a switch and I'll click this and it says does a beep beep beep, but then you have F3, you see the one that's flashing there? That's how I know it's, you know, it's not this signal right there, because that signal is this one, because it comes off from there to the switch that I did. Actually, that signal is this one back here, because this was the switch that I did. It's behind me. So if this is the switch I hit, the signal's back there. So it'll be that one right here. This one right here. That's one way to do that. And I can go here. I'll get with you. Well, I mean, I did an how to auto properly video, but it doesn't really. I don't think I go into detail on clicking the switches and things to see. I think I did, but I don't know how much in depth I went. That truck's been crashed into a cow or something. Yeah, it's a big mess. Yeah, I jumped in front of you and threw some flares out to get your attention because you were exiting LAC. I'm like, where are you going? And then you were going all the way back to the corridor. All right, so I got 40 restriction here, speed restriction. We're gonna go get one more load of cars here. And then when those process, we'll just kick them out because they're going off map and they're intermodal, so. I also got to keep checking auto. He has me not. I missed where I need to go. So I'm past the switch that I need. I need to get to main 3. I need to get to main 3, and I can't now. I don't have any. The switch is behind me. So I got to go behind the signal now. My route's going to be canceled because auto wasn't routing me there anyways. I need to go over the bridge. If I went backwards, he gave me that signal. That's weird. I got no cars, so I can use independence all I want. Okay, let's go back into the map. This is the thing that auto is not, he can route between locations pretty decently, but for some reason, well, we got to wait for the switch to drop here anyways. Well, let me relinquish. Gotta fix this. Lights are still on. Okay. Now the signal's dropped. Let's go into F3. And I'm not sure what, that one hasn't reset yet. So I want to go down and actually go into main 2 if I want, or main 4. Main 4. Let's go to the next, hit tab. So main 4 is here. So if I do that, then I don't need to come back this way, but I will come in this way anyways. So let's go to main 3 into the Amtrak yard, tab back. So I want to stay on main 3 in this case. That way when I come back, I'm right back up here where I need to be into the switch. Actually, we're going to go off this one. Turn that back, turn that back. So this signal here is on the top, so that's for this track. As the line this way, it means coming from here. That's the signal. I'm right here. I want this signal. Right click gives me a restricting, and I'm going to go through. There's no other signals I need to worry about here. I now have a restricting, as we can see by the flashing red light. Now we're going to go ahead and make our restricting approach into the Amtrak yard over the bridge. Yeah, Otto doesn't really route into. He'll route sometimes in the LAC, but not often. Sometimes San Bernardino, sometimes LAC. Those are it. You can't route it. He will not route you in any other yards. You have to be checking it before you even. Like after you pass La Mirada, you should be looking at your path because he lines you so far up ahead because it's normally 70 miles an hour because you're driving an intermodal. You plug in the cable, and then when you put a not a command, when you manipulate the controls, it tells all the engines what that manipulation was. You got a joke? Go set. Spill it. Spill the beans. That's okay, Marv. We all make mistakes. That's what we're here to do, is learn how to get better every time. It is no problem. If you had taken that train out of that yard, though, then you would have had to figure out how to get it back. And as you saw, when you try to back up, you split switches, and then it got interesting, which I did. I've done that a couple 100,000 times, and it's never easy to get out of, but it can be done. I figured because I was live, instead of just trying to back it up, I just delete it, put it back where it should go. Why did the conductor become a musician? I'm literally speeding. He had the best track record. Dad Joke Sundays here. I love dad jokes. Turbo's been putting out some new railroader videos, by the way. So he's got a early access release that he's able to record and put videos out on and explain things. So if you're interested in railroaders coming out on the 15th, he's got some gameplay videos and first impressions of that. Go watch him on the Turbo on YouTube or YT. So now we're at a 20-mile-an-hour restriction here. But it doesn't matter because I'm on a 15 because of the restricting. But I can stop because it's just 4 engines, no load on it. If I hit the brakes, I'm going to stop really quick. So is your fridge running? All right, so just looking around here, seeing what's going on, trying to be aware of other traffic in the area, especially since I'm zoomed in. Your fridge running? Yes, of course my fridge is running. I can't keep up with it. Got the cord on the back of it to try to grab when it runs past. Mine's leashed in. The cord is a leash. So we're going to come on down here, down the hill, if I can not stall on it. Take a look here. We need that as a restricting. So I'll give it a little dib dab there, a little right clicking, and now you can see it flashing up there. That was a little blurry. Okay, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. We're at 5:31 or 17:31 is the time. I'm gonna grab this other stack and get those guys processed. Probably don't want to be going 28 downhill though, but again, we're just power, no cars. We would have had a clear, by the way, but Otto was being Otto, and that's why I'm doing 15. Okay, coming down and right in the Amtrak Auto Yard. Let's go get up here and set our switches. That one's good. That's good. Going straight through. We'll grab this cut next. That means we only got one more cut after this, which is great. It must have been from when I went under the bridge before. Okay, now I'm on the right side. So the automatic brake controls the brakes throughout the entire train. So all the cars. The independent brakes are only the locomotives. NCTC, so now we're in our own backyard. And once we get this, we'll have to run to the back, close the angle cock, put on the end of train device. How did I miss that one? Oh well, we'll grab this one then. Thought I set that switch. Apparently not. I think it already was and I unset it. Let's make sure 80 cars or so. Yeah, we'll take that one. Doesn't really matter. I saw a kid standing on a track somewhere. All right, let's connect our we're gonna close that angle cock. Let's go to the back. Put on the end of train. And then I hit the F7 air everything up. 71, so it's not enough. Now 89. Brakes are lifted. Open and open. Let's see. Go partial. FM's at 50. Go open. Handbrake's coming off. All right, let's go in the engine. After we step out of it. Well, we want this one now to be the lead. Again, LAC is where we're going. So now we're going to brights on, lights in the back off. Go back in to here. You want a restricting out. We do have a restricting out. $75 on the rear. Could be more. Here we go, 90 on the rear. Trying to figure out why I got, see I got air dropping in the back, even though I keep hitting the F7. So technically the brakes are on in the rear right now. I got 80 pounds. The brakes would be on the wheels. What's going on, Whisper? Welcome back. That could be, oh, I opened the angle cock. Yeah, it's open. I don't know. Yeah, it could be one of those bugs. Had that before where it doesn't quite put the 90 on. Ah. No, you click this car and it tells the other ones. I just put 90 on, but yeah, I don't know. If you look at her brakes, it looks good. $74.54, so the same as the last one. You have a splitter in front of you. All right, so we're coming around the corner here. Again, we're speeding because we should be going slower due to the restricting signal that we had to give ourselves because Auto doesn't want to route us the way we want to be routed. So we're going to set our signals ahead of us. I didn't want to do that. I want to do this. Thank you. Then we're coming right through here, so it's not that one. It'll be this one. And then we're going right into LA. Actually, no. I don't think we wanted that one. I think we wanted the next one. I think we wanted this one. So, there's a restricting. That gives me a restricting, but it has me coming over here. And I think I wanted to move this switch. Won't let me because I have to drop that. Drop that, and then we'll figure it out. That's the one we'd already set for ourselves. We got to set this switch. And we should be able, I'll have to look. I don't know if nope, there are no cars here. We can pull that in through here. Set our switches. Go back to doing 20. Going to pull right through here. And that's all good to go. We have the restricting, and then we need the next restricting, this one that we already dropped. Auto's back on. Auto's off. Should be back on. There he is. Okay. So we have our restrictings that we need to get right into here. Have you ever heard of the Great Railroad Earthquake? This is San Bernardino, by the way, the San Bernardino sub that you asked. What's up, Rosable? So, I have not heard of the Great Railroad Earthquake, but I've heard of many earthquakes. As a matter of fact, I've been in most of the big ones here in Southern California, if not all of them. See your request there, K Mike? You know, you can watch my video on the basic train handling, it's called. It's not what I'm doing right now. I'm actually, because I'm in Discord trying to get you set up for that. Here we go. Slow down now. They're doing dad jokes in here, Rise. You missed a whole bunch of them. You want to unleash the nest of dad jokes? The floor is yours, sir. Once I get onto the track that I want, I'm going to put a counter in, start the countdown counter. And then when these process after 24 hours, I'm going to go ahead and do a countdown counter down now, 7,400 feet. When these process, then they are going to be ready to get out of here and off of the server. 7.5 is pretty big. The last one we had here was a 7.2 that I felt, and I had a cabinet door open. My monitor fell over on my desk, and that was it. 7.2 is pretty big. Or 7.3, whatever it was, 2 or 3. I mean, you don't think the point really is that big of a deal, but it is. Anything over a 5, like a 5 you can feel, a 7 is much greater than a 5, much greater than a 5. But there was like a 6.3 or 6.4 the day before, and I'd asked my students, sitting there talking to them in the class, and I'm like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you guys feel that? And they're like, yeah. And so is the Army guys, they come from out of state. So they're all blah, blah, blah. And, did you feel that? Do you guys feel that right now? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so blah, blah, blah. And they go, wait, what is that? I said, well, that's an earthquake. They're like, wait, that's an earthquake? I'm like, yeah. So blah, 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 blah. And they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are we supposed to do? I said, nothing. It's over now. You guys just survived an earthquake. Did you think you needed to run outside or anything? Because here you are and you survived it. They're like, holy shit. You know, I didn't know that that's what it feels like. And I'm like, yeah. It was 6.4, so it's significant. All right, so got 4,300 behind me. So in the middle of the yard here, you can see we're coming up on a switch. The switches are so that you can go through tracks and everything. You're supposed to, I mean, I never do, but you're supposed to cut your cars so that they aren't blocking those switches. But if there's a train taking up the whole ramp, then that's okay. I don't care. I mean, you don't need to pull through them. Oh, rise. I mean, I said bring on the dad jokes. I didn't think you're going to bring one out about me as the dad. How's that for a dad joke? I think the amount of Quincy likes eating burritos in the cab, so I don't think he gets to sleep much, or at least everybody around him doesn't. All right, your money's already in the mail, man. I don't know why you got to keep stroking my ego like that. We already paid you for the month, I thought. For those compliments. Rise is on staff to keep delivering ego massagers. Let's turn off the light in the cab here. Which one is it? Not that one. That one. There we go. Now we got our little lights on the outside on the stairs on. Gotta slow her down there. Slow her down. Not keep her going. Slow her going. Keep her not going. But we're gonna come over here into the headbutt the bridge there. I mean, that's only steel. No big deal. Oh wait, why does it say distance 0? Did we get the whole train in? I thought it was longer. All right. Let's close that. Remove the EOT. Put that guy on so it doesn't roll back out on us. Did I get the middle one? No. Turn off our brakes. We don't need them anymore. We don't even need all these engines. We'll probably end up dumping, put 2 over the first one that we did. Who knows? It depends on the weight. And let's close this guy, disconnect. Wait, there's no air in it? Oh, that's why, because I didn't hit disconnect. Turn off the dynamics and pull forward. Turn off our lights. Put 2 handbrakes on. 2 engines. All right. So we've got these guys. We brought over 2 cuts of cars to process. And then Marv brought over through all the painful auto thing, which is back on. Somehow that restricting didn't clear. Which is weird because we went through it. So restrictions should clear when you go through them. But we'll take care of that now. We don't want to leave it for anybody else. Let's go over here. There's the restricting. Not sure why it's not, why it's still there. So I could turn auto off again, but I really don't want to do that because auto going on and off can be a problem. Thought I had some 38s here, some Jeep 38s. You don't have 38s, just 40s? 40 TAC 2. Jeep 40s. Mm-hmm. SD 40. Jeep 40. You know, I don't think clear. I don't think I have a pack of them. Oh yeah, I do. All right. I want to clear that restricting, so. Well, these are GP 40s, not SD 40s, so these are even older. Anyways, I just want to clear that signal there. For some reason, I went right through it. It didn't clear before. There, finally it did. Okay. Now the signal's clear. All the signals are good. All the switches are good. Got one train here. Go through the tab here. So everybody is moving again since I turned auto back on. Auto is on. These are things I got to check before I leave because I did manipulate it. And I got my flashlight on. Also left these engines on. Started them up earlier. I'll use those whenever I get back on here. Probably won't be tomorrow, but I got to go get that last cut of cars and process those out as part of the server cleanup that's happening. That's why we brought these over. I also need to get some, like these are going to Barstow. Right after this, I'll throw those two engines probably on the front of that and get that ready to go. So I'll do a train. I'll set this up for train. These got to move over to get processed because these are the intermodal shuttle, which only that ramp processes. And they all go to bar. Thank you so much, Chems. Super chat. Okay, so trains. Yep. So, yeah, so I'll get a job going. So if somebody wants to drive this intermodal shuttle, it needs to go to Barstow, but obviously you don't have to take it all the way. Speed limit's 70, except for indicated. This is intermodal. And let's see, I got to spend a couple minutes typing. So now's not probably as soon as I can figure out which buttons to press. I'm going to do left, control F1. So if I put on, put a SD70 on, we'll put one of those on, and then we'll send Chris a couple of his most favorite. Let's do that one. Then we'll put this here. If it'll let me, I might be too close. Yep, got it. So I'll back this up, put it on there, and then I'll just write the job right after the stream here. So we're going to tag this. It's going to be this is a Z train. So this is Z, LAC bar. The date will be 03 IMSHTL because it's a shuttle. Goes between the yards that we have here on the server. Had to do 3 there. When I normally go live on YouTube, I go live on YouTube for Simulator Sundays every Sunday at 4 p.m. on the West Coast. And I go live on Twitch. Usually on Wednesdays, I did not stream this last Wednesday because it was Mrs. Beer's birthday. and we went out to have dinner instead. So this last Wednesday I did not, and of course work always prompts streaming, so sometimes I don't make it home in time from work to stream. I'm doing LA Noir on that anyways on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/KungfuBeer. But here you'll find me every Sunday at 4 p.m. unless Cowboys are playing. Then I may go on a little bit earlier or a little bit later depending on what's going on. Sometimes I tweet it out though on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at KungfuBeer. Sometimes I don't. All right, so we'll put a we'll auto EOT it because I want the EOT on the rear, although I think it's not beeping. Oh, it is. All right, so this train is ready to go. Oops. So let's see. Handbrake, handbrake, handbrake. So this one is ready to go. I just need to do my paperwork. I keep pushing the wrong button. I wanted to push this one right here. So HPT is 2.8, appropriate for a Z train. 74 loads. Got 5,521 on the length. So this is perfect for the shuttle. So I'll copy all that, and then I will, 70 on the Eastern. I will get this thing out of here with paperwork wise, and the rest of you, thank you so much for joining. I do about a 2-hour stream when I do them, except for on Twitch. It's only an hour usually. I try to squeeze in about 2 hours. I got to go finish getting the house cleaned up so I can have carpet installed here on Tuesday morning, and that means I got to go pack up all my stuff because I did everything else except my stuff. Got about another couple hours, so I won't be on there for golf or anything. Rise. I am going to go box up all my clothing stuff so I can get everything off the floor. All of the carpet on the floor except the kitchen and bathrooms being replaced. No problem, Marv. Sorry for the confusion, but that's why I was throwing flares out to stop you. And thank you, Mr. White, for trying to help that. Everybody else, thank you so much, Chems, for the super chat. Everybody else, I want to thank you for showing up, supporting me and my channel here, just doing what I love doing, which is Run 8 and other things. So Simulator Sunday is ending now, and we'll be back next Sunday for some more, 4 p.m. Pacific, as I said. See you then. Thanks, everyone, and I hope you all have a good week. I'll be back next week. Take care. So long.